another episode of my TARDIS tutorial. In this episode, we're going to be showing you how to make a corridor changing feature for the TARDIS. So you can see in this interior, the corridors are here, and you can see we have this white theme that we've had for the longest time in this world. But what if we wanted to, at the switch of a button, be able to change what these corridors look like? Well, I've added a feature for that. So if we come over here, it doesn't really matter where you put this control, but I decided to put it in its own room. So I made this ARS room, and this is where desktop theme is now, but also we have a corridor theme repeater now. And what we can do with this is click it, and it won't give me a message in the chat. That was just something I didn't do for this one, but you can if you want. And here we have now a wooden look to the corridors. And if we go back over here, for example, these ones are also changed. We can change it again. And now we have a brick look to the corridors. And lastly, I have one more option here. We have this blackstone brick option, which I think looks nice, but it does kind of clash with these a little bit. But yeah, and then if we switch it back to the beginning, we're back to our white theme. So how does this all work? Well, I've just put some command blocks just outside this room, and let's start with a delay of 1. So you're checking for the repeater being at certain delays. Obviously that's pretty standard. It's the same for all 4 of these command blocks as well. And then you're executing 4 of these fill commands. And the fill command basically is just you head to one corner of your hallway. So let's say we wanted to go here. We would just make sure that we are approximately here so that we're kind of right at the corner of this block and this block. So we go to here, put our cursor on it, we type /fill, and then tab, tab, tab to fill in the coordinates. And then what you want to do is head all the way to the other end of your hall, and you want to grab the opposite coordinates. So that would be this corner. And you just want to press / to open up your commands. You want to press the up arrow to get back your fill command, and then you press tab 3 more times. And now we have two sets of coordinates. And of course, if you press enter, it still won't do anything yet, because you do need to specify what block you want to fill it with. Let's just say we wanted to do these spruce planks like we did, and then you would type replace, and then white concrete, or whatever your hallway is primarily made of, because basically if you don't specify replace, it'll just fill the entire space, including the air, and these arches and everything in between. But we only want it to replace these blocks on the walls. Once you've got that working how you would like, you would just go back to here, go to your repeaters first setting, and you would just put a comparator and then a command block and just paste that in. So you can see we have a similar command, and it's replacing white concrete from polished blackstone, and that's just because of how it kind of cycles, and that's because delay 4 replaces polished blackstone bricks. So yeah, you can do that if you would like. Just make sure that it's replacing whatever comes before it in the repeater cycle. Of course, if you want more options, you can do other things like maybe an armor stand cycler if you want more options, but always make sure that it's replacing whatever block came before it, just so that you can make sure that you're not filling that whole space or replacing any blocks that you don't want to. And basically, you would just do the exact same thing for any different sections of your corridors. Obviously, the example I showed you of me filling out that fill command only really worked on one section of corridor. Obviously, if your corridor has multiple sections or branches off in any way, you're going to want to do separate command blocks for them, and that's what I've done here. So I have 4 different sections, and basically it's just the same command, except the coordinates are going to be different, obviously, for the corners of different sections of hallway. And of course you want to do the exact same thing for all 4 or more of your different options, and you just want to obviously have those replacing whatever came before. So for example, if we're starting with the white concrete, then delay 2 should be replacing these white concrete. So let's find delay 2. Yep, delay 2 replaces white concrete with spruce planks. Delay 3 should replace the spruce planks, yes, with stone bricks. And lastly, This one replaces stone bricks with polished blackstone bricks. And back when we get to delay 1, it replaces the polished blackstone bricks with white concrete. But yeah, that's really all there is to it. This has been my corridor theme switching feature. I hope you all enjoyed and you can come up with some neat designs for your corridors. And that is all. I've been Tebow2. Be sure to subscribe, to follow my Instagram, Tebow2it, to follow my Twitter, which is also Tebow2it, to join my Discord, and lastly, to have a nice day. Goodbye.